Hi everybody, no surprises what today's video is about. So the California Beach is being reintroduced into the UK market. That's going to be available towards the end of October for ordering. Now some of our friends on the channel who are in different countries, in Germany and further afield, you probably already have the Beach. I know that it's been relaunched into Ireland I think quite recently as well, so it's been moved around there. So it's really good news. I think it's nice to have the Beach back into the California family. So if you don't know, the California Beach used to be sold in the UK. Last year they decided that because of the numbers which were being sold, that they were no longer going to bring the vehicle in. And if you might remember, I went to Dusseldorf in 2019. This was when the T6.1 was launched, and we had a looked at the Beach variations there as well. Because one of the things I think that's never helped the Beach in itself is a little bit confused because it's such a wide open market for the Beach. What you could order, you know, do you order it with a 3-seat bench, 2-seat bench that's there? Do you order it with 6 seats, 5 seats? You know, how many seats do you have in it? And quite a difficult model, I think, as far as that's concerned, about how it was presented. And that was something that was taken on board with the factory. And when I went to have a look at it in Dusseldorf, at that point then in 2019 with the Beach, as some of you will know in the countries that where the vehicle is sold, they then turned it into 2 separate models. So you've got the California Beach Camper and you've got the California Beach Tour. And that really does simplify the proposition for the California Beach. I've long been a believer. I really do think the Beach is a great vehicle. I think obviously it gives a price point in as well, but it suits such a varied range of people as well when you're looking for camper vans. So I'm going to start with the camping version, so the camper. Now this version is going to be as a 4-seater, so it'll have the same bench seat that's in the California coast and ocean, and then that vehicle and 2 seats in the front. Obviously swivel around and give you your living area. Won't be any different from on there. It's going to have the same manual roof as it does on the coast. It'll be no different again to the coast. The big difference is you haven't got the same kind of cooker and fridge and things like that that's with the vehicle. So what you actually have is a pull out of the side of the outside of the panel. So opposite your sliding door, the panel that's on the far side on there, you can pull out. I'll show you some photos now. You can pull out a unit, and in that unit there is a gas burner. And then on the other side, you've got a bit of like prep area, I suppose is how you probably put it. But there's no water in the vehicle, so there's no water tanks or anything like that. There's no fridge that's with the vehicle. I'm assuming maybe you'll be able to still get the cool box, which you used to be able to get, that was with the Beach previously as well, so you could obviously do that from one's there. As I said, the California Beach Camper is a 4-seater standard. You will have the option to buy 1 extra seat, so a 5th seat to go in it, so it would actually carry 5 people at the most that's in there. And that nicely moves us on then if we actually move on to the Tour version. So the Tour version has no cooker that's in there that you saw. That was the pull-out version that's on there. It comes standard with the 3-seat bench across the back, which you know from caravels and things like that before in the previous Beach. It was a very popular option to have that in there. So it comes as 5 seats as standard, and the option to upgrading it to a 7 seat, which you'll see. We've done lots of videos on the previous Beach model with the 7 seats and how they work. That's there as well. And with that vehicle as well, then you also get twin doors on this vehicle. The one we saw at Dusseldorf that had twin doors that's on there, so door on either side of the vehicle. As far as I'm aware, this is the only camper on the market that you can get up to 7 seats as a total that's in as well, so something good going for it in that sense as well. So I think that the Tour version, you could say it's a bit of a day van, because obviously you've still got a manual pop-up roof, which you've got across the range. That's on both models on there as well, so you can sleep at least 2 people upstairs. The bed downstairs is huge in both of those. It's a lot bigger than it is on the ocean, on the coast as well, so you can obviously get lots of people in that as well. So it is probably more as a day van that's there as well, but it will certainly suit a lot of different people that's on there. That's the particular one that I think, you know, if it was me, that would definitely suit my lifestyle in particular, with having the kids and moving people around, having the extra seats that's in there as well, I think is really good. So as I said, these two vehicles are going to go on sale at the end of October, and then I'm going to guess from there it'll be your normal factory order times for them to come in, so we're going to be expecting deliveries later on next year. Pricing has been announced only from a starting perspective, so both models are only going to be available in the 150 PS DSG engine variation, so there won't be any bigger engines, which in fact was the same as it was before on the previous Beach. You could only get the 150 engine in that particular model as well. Pricing wise, starting from just over 52,000, that's the pricing from on there, which they've announced that's in there, and the prices between the two models is actually on paper is only about £300 on there, but there is a little thing you need to just bear in mind with these, and that's for the which will make a difference to the overall cost, is the camping version. So the camper, that's a private light goods vehicle for its taxation class, so it's taxed in the same taxation class as motorhome, which is where the coast and the ocean sit. So your cost of taxing those for the year is very small, where with the tour version, now that's classed as a car. And so obviously you're paying your taxes based on the CO2 emissions of the vehicle, which is considerably more that's in there. As a guide, obviously we won't know until the first ones come through the factory. We'll have an indication, but I suspect the road from licence on those will be, for the first year, including sales tax, is probably somewhere in the regions of £1,800, possibly as low as £1,300, but somewhere between those. And we'll have more information once full pricing is released, which we're hoping to have obviously towards the end of October. Obviously, as soon as we have access to one of these vehicles, we'll be able to give you a proper walk around and actually get hands on, because the vehicles that we saw in Dusseldorf, obviously they were non-UK specification, so obviously once we get the brochures and things like that, we'll obviously be able to go through those. Now I think I said in a previous video, we have got some videos coming up which we're going to be starting to go back through the options list again, so we're going to go through what's available now on the options list. So we'll obviously do the coast and the ocean, and then hopefully by the time we get round to doing the beach, obviously we'll have that information, so we can also do the same thing with that beach as well, and then go through that information with you as well. And I hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it useful and informative, and I think it's really good news that the California Beach is now coming back to the UK. As I said, I saw the new version 2019, August 2019 it was, when I went to Dusseldorf and saw the new vehicle and what it had to offer. Unfortunately, I found out at the same show, half an hour after looking at it, that it was being discontinued in the UK, but you know, that's where we were back then. The world has changed slightly from in there, and it's really good news that they're bringing it back into the UK. So there'll be lots more videos to come on the California Beach, as always, as well on the ocean and on the coast, as well as the Grand as well. And so thanks for watching today. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.